Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Base. Hey, watch the slant. Check nickel. SOS.
The first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hey, Haywood! Ready?
Guerrero look to throw on second down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch the safety creep. I'll go special. 12.
Now Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Mike spot 9.
Now Wilson to throw again. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let him know.
This is Carson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
What? 380. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 14. What?
Throwing is Wilson. And he's got Lockett. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Now Carson fumbles the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. 30, the 20, 10, 5. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Go! Let's go!
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Stop your whining. Good job right there. Good job right there. Mike, right here, right here.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. And it's getting it hurt.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. It's caught, Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
What? 280. 12. Alert. 50.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And it'll be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
After the turnover, here's Greer. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. This is Scarlett on the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside. Groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 14.
Now it's Carson, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Ready? 50's the mic.
On second down, Smallwood. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Pick me up. Here we go.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Ready up. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Danny. Big grip.
This a quick pass to Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A toss here to Scarlett. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jordan Scarlett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Penny, but now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Davis now to return it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run, Smallwood. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. Open man is Samuel, complete. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
They're not ready for this. Look up right there. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike's 59.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson now going to throw again. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All go special. All go special. Mike 5-4. And watch that. And watch the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They start the drive with Smallwood. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who is going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Wilson. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Scarlett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
1st down, a run with Smallwood. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal. Kill. Get it.
They'll run it with Scarlett. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. 10-2, sir. Tackles. Mike. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Yeah. You don't want to know. Let's go.
On 3rd and short, Smallwood. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Here we go.
Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Wide. Get wide. Check 90. Come. Deep grip.
Now a give here to Scarlett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Panthers have the 1st. It's a gain of 12. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, echo. Hey. 4 down. X3. 218, chopper. 3 bucks. 2.
Here's Smallwood. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Who that?
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Loss of a yard on the play. It's now third down and 4.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Our time. It's our time.
Now Greer. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A 50-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch the 5.
Greer on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
25. Check. 59.
Now Wilson on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dontari Poe forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Second down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, 0. Fair. 54. Mike 54. You ain't going nowhere. Mike 54.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Ready. Mike 50. Hey, check.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On second down, Smallwood. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the play.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jordan Scarlett with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for two. Greer looks to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's Wilson to throw. High throw, but the catch is made. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Wilson will throw again. That's caught by Penny. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Carson. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep depth, and that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dixon with a Seahawk touchdown. Ed Dixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Panthers 35, Seahawks 21. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On second down now. Smallwood, down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
On third down, Greer going up top. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Final score, Panthers 35, Seahawks 21.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. as hard as you